going to tell you this, but his comedy is actually known all across the globe. And when I say globe, I mean Globe, Arizona. Please welcome to the stage, Jello Johnny.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Saturday night, how we doing? Woo! Hell yeah! Good to hear. Good to hear. Who's drinking tonight? Woo! All right, all the Catholics pre-gaming for church tomorrow morning. That's good. Hell yeah, rock and roll. Who's got like just waters, Gatorades, all that boring stuff? Where are you guys at? All right, give a hand for the Mormons. They came out tonight. Yeah. I didn't think y'all were allowed in a comedy club. Oh, they loosening up the rules a little bit. You guys married? No. No? Oh. Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone. Side date number 2, is it? Well, my name is Johnny Jello. I'm so glad you guys came out tonight. I've had one heck of a week, man. One heck of a week. They were talking about, Jim Perry's talking about a family business here. Let's give a hand for that. That's right. Speaking of family business, my son likes to announce my business nowadays. Little 5-year-old Mikey. Oh, no is right. Let me tell you what he's doing here. Now, I appreciate the fact that he's a creative kid, okay? But when he's walking by the bathroom making his own rock song, okay, and he's like, da-na-na-na-na-na, Daddy's pooping! And we have guests over. Father Andrew was there to bless the house. I was blessing the porcelain gods, yes. But I was like, thanks, kid. And he goes, da-na-na-na-na-na, you're welcome! I was like, geez, man. And he recently started kindergarten. We had to teach him how to go potty training, before he got to class and all that stuff. And, nowadays they're like, you got to be encouraging with your kids. And I was like, man, the only encouraging guy I ever had in my life during potty was Bob Ross. Y'all remember Bob Ross? Whoo, baby. He has a paintbrush for every situation, doesn't he? So I started doing that to my son, man. He'd come around and be like, Daddy, I accidentally wet the bed. I'm like, that's okay, son. I got a paintbrush here. We're going to turn that yellow into a nice happy sun here. We're going to get a little rays of sunshine here. Just happy little accidents. That's all we're having today, right? Then there was another day I come home for work, man, and my wife is all kinds of upset. And she's like, yeah, Bob Ross, go see the finger painting your son did out in the hallway. I was like, oh, God. And my son's like, Daddy, look, it's a masterpiece. I was like, no, but Bob Ross, he only got another brush, doesn't he? That's right. I was like, that's all right, son. We got another brush here. We're going to paint these into happy little trees here. Nice brown bear over here. That's right. We call this one the stank forest. That's right. Hold your nose when you're coming through this one. But now he's like overhyped, because now whenever he goes potty by himself, he comes out like a mini Donald Trump. It doesn't matter what we're doing. He's just like, Mom, Dad, I just took the hugest poop anybody's ever seen. I'm like, Mikey, we're eating dinner. Fake news. We're talking about my poo and how bigly it is. So tremendous. Look at it, fills the entire bowl. That smell will go to the White House and wake up Sleepy Joe, guaranteed. I love it. I am celebrating the fact that recently I've lost 70 pounds. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for it to come back too. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, it's 2023, man. That thing's out there with an Apple AirTag just trying to track me down. That's locating fatty. I had to do something because every time I go to the doctor, it's always a hassle. Like, I pay $50 just for him telling me, yeah, you're fat. Short and sweet. But he's coming up to me, he's like, look, man, you got a weight problem, Johnny. And I was like, no, I just hate waiting for my next meal. Like, what's wrong with that? He's like, yeah, well, it says here your cholesterol's over high, And I was like, well, shit, you should see how high I am right now. I'm telling you what, doc. It's legal now. I don't need your little note, It's like, well, it also says here you got a fatty liver. I'm like, that's organ shaming. You shut up. It's lucky you didn't have a Twitter. I'd have canceled him right then and there. But I took his advice, man, because he's like, keep the carbs low. So I'm like, sweet. So I went to Planet Fitness. And what do? They give me free pizza. Yeah, they call it the judgment-free zone. Not so judgment-free when you take the whole box of Tootsie Rolls either. like, hey, man, that's for other guests. I'm like, I brought one. I always get weird in there because it's kind of weird to feel masculine when everything is purple. You know? I get all nervous like doing squats. I figure Barney's going to pop out mid and like, I love you. I'm like, no. Stay away from this, Barney. This is my goodies. It's my milkshake. You like that one a little too much. I don't know what's going on over there. I grew up with a Greek mother. You wouldn't tell by looking at her because really she's short and she gets angry like Joe Pesci. So like we'd be pushing her buttons, and she'd be like, don't piss me off, Johnny. I'm telling you, I had a rough day, all right? And I'd be like, all right, that's fine. Then my older brother, I had to learn from him really not to make her mad because she went to Joe Pesci to Hulk in like 3 seconds. And like, those oak tables from the 1950s that weigh about 500 pounds? Yeah, single-handed, boom, right on top of Frankie. And like Frankie's under, he's like, I can't breathe. And I'm like, oh my God, you killed Frankie. And my mom's like, you keep messing around, you're next. Meanwhile, I'm like, what are we in the movie Casino? Like, what's going on here? And then my dad comes around, it's like Goodfellas. He's like, yeah, well, you messed up, a little bit. You offended a little bit. Thought it was pretty messed up. But ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling so far, huh? 7 p.m. show. Let's get these comics up to the stage here. We got a good friend of mine coming up here, and that's only because he's going to be my future divorce lawyer. Please welcome Mr. Bob Howard. Come on up here, Bob.